Whoa. Hi, welcome back. Last time I actually got enough... Oh, it's just my lamp. I thought this was like a weird, broken down power cell. Anyway, yeah, so I have more power cells now. Last time I got enough to fold to the nearest starport. And with that weight off of the robot's shoulders, they were able to feel better about what they're doing and stay here for the love of the game and look for more stuff. So, right, I'm back on my ship. I can choose a new mission. Let's go ahead and look at the map from here. What mission would I like to choose right now? Because I have nothing on my to-do list other than just everything in equal ratios. There's a power cell directly below my ship. I would love to know what's up with that, but I feel like for that I need to solve the mystery of the sacrifice pit over here. And I don't really have the knowledge to do that. I assume that might Orange cursor. So I can warp to that computer... Why was that weird? Wait, did I see something weird there, or did I imagine that I did? No, orange cursor, this is normal. It just looks funny because this is a ship icon instead of a white terminal icon. Okay, I just wasn't used to seeing that because I don't think I've ever warped to my ship before. Why would I? Alright, so let's focus on things close to home that maybe I would have the capacity to do something about. Are these two Qbits reachable from this terminal? No, there's a laser grid in the way. How did I get through that? Because, no, seeing that doesn't tell me I've been to that room. It just tells me I know about the room. This dang laser grid, right here at home, has been a thorn in my side for a very long time. Let's attempt to do something about that. I've totally been here, right? I can get red speed here. Have I done that exact action before? You know, I'm not absolutely certain that I have. So I need to hold it. Because there was a little bit of a knowledge check there for how to get the red speed there. Maybe I've never done this before? It's possible. This feels pretty familiar. Didn't I keep red all the way up through this shaft, showing that that's possible, and bring it over here to do something already once? Am I making this up? Or was this an exit and I actually came at it from the other side? That might have happened. How possible would it be to do this action? Probably not very. I can't just get that high like that. Like, I dropped this ladder at some point, didn't I? I'm pretty sure this wasn't always here. Yeah, this had to be dropped, so I must have come the other way through there. Okay, so anyway, those Qbits are through the laser grid, which, yeah, once again, I want to probe at the boundaries of... What is up with you, laser that is there? In my way forever? How do I get around you? I would love to know. So let's just take another circuit around it. I think I was going in the other clockwise direction. If I go counterclockwise, do I learn anything new? Right, now when I was upside down, I probably was able to turn off that laser up there because my feet could touch it here. I cannot do the same here. And turning it off up there didn't turn it off down here. I may be making up that some of those things happened, though. Or maybe didn't understand which screen I was on. But that feels like a thing that happened once. So no left goings from here. Just to be really sure, yeah. Oh, well, there's this, sure. Yeah, definitely no lefts from there. Whoop. This is all early game stuff. Is there any breaking through any of this pile of boxes to get somewhere? Like, have I actually gone in there? There's clearly nothing, but I don't think I have. From here it'll be easier, maybe. I mean, there's clearly nothing. Is there clearly nothing? Yeah. Edge of my spotlight. This isn't telling me that's not solid. If it wasn't solid, then this wouldn't be that color of blue. So is it as simple as, like, I gotta remotely deactivate the laser from somewhere else? Or is it as simple as that there's just a passage I haven't managed to go through here yet? Or is it about red speed? So, like, there's a way in. I've been here, right? Wait, maybe I haven't. No, I've never been here. This is part of the same complex. Like this, if I'm here, I'm already inside the laser grid. I think. Let's keep close track of where I want to be that I haven't yet. I don't believe I have been in the bottom part of this screen, but I am not 100% sure. Because here's this green Qbits. Radar's not going to show me collected Qbits, so I can't judge where I've been by that. But I'm just going to run a circle all around the wall I wish to pass through. Try one more time with current knowledge. I guess I need a red there to get over that barrier. Okay, that's doable. Quite easily. So that goes up, sure, that spike is a real one. Definitely no going right from here. Alright, so here's a laser that's off. I'm not sure when that turned off. I am fairly certain I have passed through there, but is that my in? Like, that gets me into the section I was talking about. Yeah, when did that turn off? Maybe this was an upside down thing. Oh, no, it was the power cell with the missile. Okay. Wait. So have I done this? And is this no longer a mystery? Well, if that were true... Okay, so here's where that green Qbit is. Okay. Maybe the mystery is more solved than I realized, and I actually have done this, because it's hard to keep track of where I've been. Also, white's up there. The inactive conveyor belt is a thing I need to figure out about. I'm trying to hold my red going all the way in here, which is not too hard to do. Sure, there's an aggressive missile after me, but that's fine. Whatever. Keep trying. I'll probably get it. There we go. Oh, really? It got me through the floor. Okay, so I'm not safe there. Good to know. Maybe that green Qbit's the only remaining treasure in there. I'll check it more thoroughly once I get that thing. So right, I got it. Oops, I bunked. So why was... Oh, dang it, I bunked again. I don't actually remember why I might... Really? Just that tiny little... Okay, I guess I just can't do that there. Fine. So instead of trying to do a small enough jump there, I'll just hold my jet and get here. That's a much more sensible way. I don't remember why my attention was directed here today. It might not have just been this thing. Okay, here we go. Get this, get out, save with it. I guess what I'm wondering is, am I really sure that I have completed this whole section? And not the upside down version of it. I'm not getting out with that. Okay, staying up there would be a better deal. Okay, so I remember now. My attention was directed here because of a pair of Qbits. So clearly not this green one, that I could see sort of in the area of the laser grid. Man, that thing is aggressive. In, on, whoops, I missed. That might be okay. Well, not right now. Alright, well, you know what? I'm here now. So there was a pair of Qbits in there. I don't actually want a checkpoint there, though I guess I can. It's fine. What directed my attention here today? It was these. That's way over to the right. That's not where I thought it was. Okay. So I'm not even on the... Well, no, wait. If my ship is there, I went way farther left than I thought? Where was this? Here with a laser above. From in here, I can't go all the way to the... Oh, there's another in this room. What's this about? That's where the power cell was, sure. Okay, so obviously, yes, I have done this. No ambiguity left there. But I can't go to the... So with that laser being off, does imply that I've been to the right of here. Yeah, so here's the part of cleanup where my uncertainty about what I've done starts to become very relevant. Yeah, I'm to the left of my ship. I know this spot. Oh, and I got here via that revelation. Okay. So I had traveled farther to the left when above than I realized. Got it. Okay, so what I want to actually do then... No, I don't want an information query. I'm good. So since the game told me the story was over, I guess we're not getting anything more about the effects of the firmware. So I can just make up my own explanations about how malware-y it actually was. Perhaps not at all. Perhaps that was carried out perfectly faithfully. And it was just to make me uneasy, and maybe put me a little bit into this anxiety-ridden robot's mind. That could have been the actual purpose of the terms and conditions. Anyway, even if it doesn't mean anything more, it was a great moment as it was. Okay, I just want to get this qubit and get out. I'm in here, I'm gonna get blown up though. And I guess I would just have to spend a little bit, like a different amount of time there to make getting blown up not happen in that exact situation. Because if I keep doing the same thing, the same result will occur. So waste like one little bit of jumping around to make sure a missile is not with me there, I guess, is the thing to do. That's why the Qbits green, it's a pretty high value one. Because it's not really all that easy to get. Gotta strategize around an aggressor. So, idea is I would, well, need to avoid that. So, the thing is, my actions on the way in here will make the missile's path variable? I don't know, I'm not sure there's a reliable way to do this. I think I just gotta throw my body at it a whole bunch until it works out. Beep, 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 beep. Well, that's not what I wanted. Let's try a different pattern of movement, since this one isn't really doing the job for me. Well, I lost my red doing that, though. I was going to turn back and, well, something. So go here, go there, and then turn... Problem is, I have to work with the missile angle, but I have another task I have to do, which is completely unrelated to the missile angle. So I just gotta juggle both at the same time. That's what's happening. Okay, missile angle. If I go up here, I will get shot. Okay, I managed not to, and now might be a good time. It wasn't. Okay, but I can cancel. Now could work. It didn't. What if I'm way faster about this? Oh, I missed. Yup. Alright, low jump, oh, I missed. Can I still get there? Yes. Will I? Maybe. Ah. Okay, I just had a wild idea. I wonder if I could bring that missile out of here and have it explode something somewhere else that matters. Okay, this should be good. Ah, it wasn't in two different ways. This hole here is just excessively hard to get into. And when I do, that usually happens. So, yeah, just keep trying. Almost, but I probably would have blown up. Hard to say, though. Here I would definitely have, so I cancelled what I was doing. Nope. No good. Wouldn't have been any good. I'm still here. Whoa, so is the missile. This can work. Okay. Alright, I got the thing. Now, let me get out of here without getting shot. That part's pretty important. Ah, I missed! Can I get somewhere good? Maybe? Yeah, this contains an exit. Okay, good enough. Ah. Ah. I mean, I'm not done yet, but I practically am. Here we go. Okay. Okay, that was an ordeal. But a good one. So, a little bit of cleanup happened close to home. I know I can't get, like, if I go below my ship, there's no going left from there. Let's just double check that. I guess I'm just kind of going in a radius outward from the ship. That's my cleanup method. I could go for power cells. But other things are just fine too. So now, okay. This is making me wonder about lots of stuff. What is with you? Do you, like, connect to the other thingy that looks like you? If I met some condition, could I, like, teleport instead of dying inside there? So I'm red. I still just die. I don't understand that thing. Oh, and right, the ship didn't checkpoint me, because it doesn't do that unless I ask it to. Helios doesn't ask, it just does it. So I can't go down the left side of this. Yes, I can! Oh, wait a second. Have I just never done this? No, doesn't it lead to the exact same place? Yeah, there's no functional difference. Okay. So, clearly I have to come to that from the left side. The journey back with it is 0 length, pretty much. That might not be true. What if it turns this on? Because that thing below me could be a laser emitter. But no, maybe the whole journey is just getting there, and getting back is the easiest part. Oh wait, that doesn't go. Wait a second, no, no, no. There's no way back from here, is there? Because I had to use the broken terminal to accept my qubits down in that spot. So therefore, I never actually had a way out of this basement. Right? Let's just double check. On top I shouldn't have gone this way. That's fine. It'll... No, I really should go from halfway up. So here. That'll be easier. Yeah, much easier. So is there a way up from here? There is. Well, but clearly that's the actual way to escape, I think, probably. So if I have a power cell in hand, then that is the way that I will get back with it, probably. Can't quite red speed my way up there. This is all hypothetical. I'm not really doing any useful work at the moment. Whop! But again, I verified that I can't go left once I go below the ship. So I guess either I'm going around this way, there is a lot of stuff down here, or I'm going around this way, where there's that mystery extra sacrifice altar, like somewhere around here-ish. Let's try the other way. What if I'd start here and go left and up? What are these 2 qubits? Ooh! So this mushroom zone has stuff I never got in it. I have a lot more knowledge now. Okay, so first of all, that one looks easy to get. You sure? Not in the slightest, but let's see if I can maybe get like that much speed there to get here. And then maybe if I just modulate that just right, or better yet, just one of these. Yeah, one of those. One of those is not enough. So that's the amount of green speed I have. Not enough to get up. If I did things this way, that doesn't get me there. Just going for the blue right now. If I do this, how high do I go? Just walking off there is insufficient. Okay. So this is definitely a room of some interest. I can probably get like a little bit more... Oh, I have to touch the ground, that's right. If I get full speed, I bonk. However, there's a way that could be beneficial. If I can bonk from high enough, That feels like it should work, but it doesn't, clearly. If I could bonk from high enough, I might get that cool boost from bonk jetting. But I don't think that's going to happen here. Yeah, so just holding right and jet doesn't get me there. So if I did this with a little bit more speed in the vertical gauge, I could probably get up. What that would probably mean is, what, getting here with red speed and modulating? I mean, I don't think that's going to be possible. Well, what if I modulate this bubble? So, okay. I'm going to jump here. Hold, release. I still bonk. Okay. So the only really good way to get the amount of speed that gets me higher up is just to start from the bottom bubble. Then why is the top bubble there? I'm sure it has a reason for being. I'm also sure that's a reason I don't know. Can I come from above? What is at the top of this room? I won't be able to see from here. That green one implies there's a way to get there with more height off the ground. Let's try a couple of bounce angles. Oh, right. So I can bounce on green stuff. Can I start myself bouncing from higher up? I don't know how I would. Can try that as many times as I want, but it's not going to add up. Okay, so what's above me? Unknown. If I go here and left, can I learn? Big wall in the way, don't think I'm going left. I don't remember the lay of this land. Let's climb this for a bit, and right, you want me to ceiling there. Ceiling here without bonking, but I did bonk. Well, that was fun. I'm right back where I was. Okay. So sure, transfer bubbles. No going left. I came down a big tall shaft to get down here, I remember, and it was to my left, I think. Oh, Qbit in the corner, hello. I just never came up here. This mushroom is very luminescent. Okay, I think I understand the means of getting that Qbit. It's just going to be a matter of getting the appropriate thrust height from on the ground, probably. So if I did this from just a little bit of speed, there probably is an amount of speed that gets me there. So if I have 0 speed, let's see how that goes. Pretty close. 0 speed is very, very close. So let's go with like extremely minimal speed. Press the buttons basically at the same time, but left just a tiny bit before thrust. Okay. Not quite as much, or a little bit more before actually. Or might it be that I want to be at full speed, then tap and then modulate? It might be. Okay, let's try that for a bit. When is the right time to rethrust? Maybe earlier? Outcome seems to usually be pretty much the same. Let's try later. And always a couple of pixels away. Let's try slow starts again. That was slightly closer than my previous attempt. I'm gonna try this for a while and see if I can just get it to work. Standing on the very edge, pressing both at the exact same time gets me that close. I can turn red here if I want to. Oh, wait a second. Is that enough? Going from the bottom platform, maybe? Maybe I was trying to do the wrong thing entirely. Certainly possible. No, that's not enough. And, oh, bonking could be involved? Oops. Bonking could be involved. Alright, let's see what that might look like. There are easier ways up here. Bonk! Right, bonking could be involved. Yeah, it totally is. Okay, I think I see what I desire to do. I go up here. I do a bonk like that, but without too much... Whoa, I went too low. Well, that didn't work. But I think I want something similar to what I had. Just, okay, the mushroom might be an important marker of like where to jump to get a good bonk or something. Might be. So go up here. Get this going. Get this going. I'll jump at the mushroom. The way I bounce is not quite what I wanted, but kind of similar. That's certainly not what I wanted. This is the Qbit I was going for, but it's one that I want to get. I want them all. Let's try once again just kind of slowing down before the bonk. Problem is I fall down that pit. So what I want is to wake up right after I bounce my butt down here, and then I get a big boost up that would be enough to collect the Qbit, is the theory. Not entirely sure how to engineer that. I could try this. Well, that was no good. But I tried it. What about farther right? Farther right, but slower by just a tiny bit. Like that? Almost. If I was just a tiny bit faster. Okay. So only slow down a little tiny bit. So like that. Slow down a little tiny bit, but I bonked my head there. That would not be enough height at all. I don't think this is the answer. I think it's more likely to be something to do with just making it there. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, I spent some time earlier today trying to do red jumps in a ceiling height just like what is at the top here. Maybe that's the answer? Oh, no, I have a better idea. I want to do more or less a standing red jump, so I'll have the speed in the air, but not the height. Ah, okay. I think I see what I want. So I want to be there, red, moving slowly, and then accelerate once I'm actually in the air. That's going to be quite a thing to pull off, but I think I at least understand what I'm trying to do. Alright, start here. Become red. Get up here. Be red and slow. And yeah, something like that, but from the edge. Maybe? I want my gauge to be nearly empty, but with just a little bit of red in it. So I'm going to go here, slow down, and do this. Perfect! That was it. Okay, I figured it out. Nice. So the horizontal red speed, but not the vertical. Okay. I want to go back to the one I was trying to get before, the 2, I guess it was. There's none over here. This area is all swept clean. These. So if I went here, can I go left and down? Don't think so. There's just no left from here. That's the black hole I was just looking at, I think. Is it? Yes. I came down a big, tall vertical shaft to get to that area in the first place. Will this lead there? I'm in the dirt, yes. But But that's just... Okay, that was a challenge I already got done. I think this is completely unrelated. Is this the output of the maze? A maze? Something? This is below the... So that's part of the underbelly. But I want to go to the subterrane. Yeah, what I'd like to know is, how did I get into the mushroom zone in the first place? Was there not a gigantic drop involved at some point, or did I actually black hole here? Where is this? So I just came from there-ish. Okay, no, that was a shortcut to later. Did I come from over here, maybe? None of this feels right. I know there's a way down here, but that was discovered way later than the mushroom zone. I don't think it will connect up. No, that's just here again. Man, when I try to trace out a path, it just doesn't happen. Okay, well that's a clearly one-way black hole, so they definitely exist. Nah, I mean, I don't think it's the case that I'm supposed to see these and then come at them from a completely different angle. I am meant to get these from here. That much is reasonably clear. But how? Oh, wait a second. That... I might have something there with what I was just doing. Okay, let's start with this. Right, so I'm going to start jetting as soon as I have bubbled. I want to hit the right side of that bubble. Alright, get here, get speed, hit the right side, and then jet, and that was good enough. Okay. That's the blue at least. So I figured that one out. The green is far more mysterious. I still think I just need to modulate that well enough that I get some of the bubble's speed, but not enough to bonk. So I'm going to fully release my jet the moment I've touched the bubble. But I will be jetting until then. I didn't jet until then. Fully release the moment you touch... Oh, I did the opposite. Jet until you touch, then fully release. I bonked. Does the up-down floating actually... Okay, so is that significant? So it's all the way up, and I bounce from there. It's all the way down. Yes, that's real. The float is not just visual. It actually affects where I collide. Okay, so that's important. So all the way at the bottom... Alright, so I'm going to watch my gauge now. Bottom of the float. Yeah, bottom of the float, I think I can do it. So watch the float, wait for it to be at the bottom. Jet when you're touching it, don't jet afterward until... Oh, right. So it'll float all the way down, it'll float all the way up. It's just, I gotta hit that threshold perfectly, right? Yeah, that was it, if I had just rejetted a tiny bit earlier. Okay, so I think that proved the concept. Well, it proved that what I want to do can be done without bonking. Not that it will get me where I want to be. But that's a good first step. Alright, hold a little longer. Hold, release, hold. Okay, so like that, but with somehow better timing. Oh, and also, I guess, right, that's a good point. I can bounce from lower if I'm not hitting it from the top side. Oh, well there we go. So start from the floor, bounce from the middle of it, and now I have my height. Okay, so that'll be much easier to recreate than what I was doing before. There we go. Now it's just a matter of horizontal tuning. Well, not just, but that's most of it. Yep. So there's an angle where I can just hold the jet and not have any issues. It's not quite getting me there, but I suspect it can? Let's see. Just want to hit this as low as I can. Okay. And I can hit it from pretty darn low. Like that. Okay, so green gauge is about halfway full. Yes, I'm just... well, it's partly height and partly the other thing too, so that should be a little more height, I think. Whoa, man. I think this is about as much upward speed as I'm going to get coming off of that slime trail. I released the jet just slightly, and that was way too much. That is hard to judge. Theoretically, my gauge could help me with that, but, well, it only tells me what happened, not how to make it happen. There's also that ledge above, which I am suspicious of. Maybe there's a white Qbit all the way up there. I don't think I'm getting up that high, though. But, like, there's an actual standable shelf up there, which makes me wonder if there is something higher. Okay, that's from too low. From there-ish? Not quite. Well, I'm going to try this for a while and see if I can make it work. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Not anywhere near close enough, though. Does my speed when I'm departing the ceiling matter? Well, no. I don't know. I'm not convinced this could work. It feels like the amount of speed I can get just is not anywhere near enough. And I know this doesn't go anywhere, right? It goes here, but that's no good. And going from the blue platform, there's pretty much no way that could work, I think. I might have the wrong idea. It's like I need to turn around faster. Can I bounce on that wall, maybe? I can, but then I bounce again. Okay, maybe I have something with the bounce? That let me cut that closer, and that was probably close enough that I could maybe tweak it and make it work. Okay, so with a bounce on the wall. If this is going to work at some point, it is incredibly precise. Ah, that's so close. I think it will eventually work. Maybe. If I could just get a tiny bit closer. That's not it, though. It's about as good as my jump's gonna get. What about the wall bonk? Maybe that part could be better. Maybe. That's about as good as I'm gonna get on the corner, but I think my jump wasn't as good as it could get. So I just need both of those things at the same time. Maybe? That could have been better. Could it be... Now, hold on a second. Could it be as simple as... Maybe I'm trying to do the wrong thing entirely. Maybe I can just pop that bubble from really low and really right and just make it in there? Let's see, how would that work? Like that. Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay. I fiddled with it long enough that I thought of an alternate way that just worked right away. Okay, that feels better than the extremely precise thing I was trying to do. That was close enough to working that I think it might be possible, but it was unclear. Okay, so I have swept clean this entire mushroom cave. What are you? You're an area I have never been to. That's in the below the ship. However the heck I get here, I have no idea. Other than maybe, I mean, my one idea is from this mystery spot. But this spot is a complete mystery. I have no idea what I could possibly do at it. Trying to figure out if I can, like, hold down for a long time to, like, pray at the altar or something and discover that I can do something. I don't think anything's gonna happen here yet. I feel like I need some knowledge here, but this shape below me, that's significant. Another thing like this killed me for no reason I could discern. Are the lines inside it the same? There's like a little maze you can do in the pixels of the tile. Let's go compare against the other one. So that's what this one looks like. Just to see if it could be that there's like relevant patterns somewhere in there. If they're different... I'm being like tunic-brained right now. But I don't know. The pattern is exactly the same, or at least close enough that I can't tell the difference at a glance. Okay. Alright, well, that was today's cleanup. Next time, more of it.